Calling all homeowners. Is a home renovation on your to-do list this year? How long have you been dreaming about adding an owner's suite to your house? Or maybe renovating your kitchen? Or adding a second story? It's time to take action, and this is how to start your renovation planning. I have a couple of easy steps that you can take today to get started. First things first, one of the most important things you can do before you contact an architect, designer, or contractor is to get really clear on what your project goals are. These are a couple of examples of what your project goals might be. And your goal might not be on this list, but this will give you a better idea of what you need to get clear on. Maybe you'd like to add that owner's suite and bathroom to your home that you've always wanted and have an addition. Maybe you would like to add a second story addition and want extra space. Or maybe your goal is to just simply make the spaces that you have more functional, or to create an open floor plan by opening up the kitchen and the dining room and the living room. Maybe your goal is to restore your historic home and bring back some of those beautiful original features. Or maybe you're an investor looking to make enough improvements to create a stream of rental income for your property. You can see that these goals differ pretty significantly. And it's not an extensive list, but you get an idea of what you should be thinking about. Now, what you design, how you choose to proceed if you're an investor, or if you're a homeowner looking to create a luxury space to enjoy for years to come, will create many differences in how you approach your renovation, the choices that you make in terms of who to hire and what materials to choose, and how it will unfold downstream. So once you have your goal or goals, now it should just be a couple. It's not going to be 5 or 10. It should be a pretty concise list. You need to really understand what is your primary goal. Now you can help understand what this is by completing these two phrases. It's the same idea completed in two different ways. This project will be a success if I only get this one thing done. Now to say it another way, this project would be a failure if I didn't accomplish this one objective. Let's put a couple of actual project examples in there so you get a better idea. So from an example from my own home, when we renovated, the project snowballed, which tends to happen with home renovations. You'll get down the road and you're like, well, we're having a new kitchen, so the family room really shouldn't look like it's from the 40s. Those are the conversations that you'll probably have along the way. Now, as we go back to that, what is your project goal? One of our goals was to increase the space in our home. We purchased a 1940s Seattle bungalow. It had 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and it was built in a time when things were not super luxurious. It was post-war. Actually, it was in the middle of World War II, and it was really basic. We were looking to expand the home so we could enjoy the location, which we loved, but we didn't have enough room for our growing family. Our main objective was to increase the square footage of our home. And that really should have driven all of the downstream decisions. So here is an example of the success statement. This project will be a success if we increase the square footage enough for our family to continue to grow. This project will be a failure if we do not have enough space for our family to grow into. Do you see how that works? Here's another example. This project will be a success if we completely renovate our kitchen and have it be a serene, modern space. This project will be a failure if I do not have a completely renovated kitchen with new appliances, cabinetry, and quartz countertops. Now we have more clear statements about the objective and what success looks like for the project. It's your turn. You try. Now here comes the fun part and how to start your renovation. Now that you are clear on what your project goals are, or you have those outlined, it's time to make a wish list. And I really encourage you to get out a notebook or create a spreadsheet and write everything down in a list. So if you start writing and your list is really short, it's time to dream bigger, neighbor. And you know why? As you go along the project, if you start to knock out walls in your kitchen, you're going to dream bigger. You're going to think, well, what if we did, resurface the fireplace? Or what if we did put that fireplace insert in there? And it will be time to go back to your project goal and to understand, hey, does that help me achieve my main objective, which is to renovate the kitchen? Okay, well, this is a fireplace item in an insert, so that would be a nice to have, not a must have. So the time to write down all of your wish list is the very beginning of your project. So dream really big, go really all out, and then after you're done, then we will get to the point where it will be time to think a little bit about whether the items on your list are a must have or a nice to have. Welcome back. Now that you've made your wish list, it's time to put things in two different categories. These categories are must have and nice to have. We'll get more clear and put more structure around prioritization of your list in another video. But for now, we're going to start with these two categories. Now, you have your primary objective or objectives for your home project. Put that at the top of your list. Now, as you look at your wish list, it's time to go through each item on your list and categorize it. Must have, nice to have. As you go through your list, ask yourself, does this item on the wish list help me achieve my primary goal? Does it help me get that success statement? This project will be a success if I have a 5-piece bathroom owner's suite. This project will be a success if I have a walk-in closet adjacent to my owner's bedroom. Whatever that statement is for you, look at your wish list and start to sort out must have, nice to have. And that will help you as you begin to prioritize. Now here is a sneaky little thing that it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Every person that embarks on this type of project, no matter how much money they have a budget, they have constraints. And it doesn't matter how big your budget is, you will have to make choices. You are probably not getting everything on your wish list. And if your wish list can all be completed within your budget, it's time to dream bigger, my friend. So go through that list and start to get really discerning. Must have, nice to have. And check your success statement or your failure statement to see if that particular item makes the cut. If you enjoyed this video, there's another resource I'd love to share with you. I created a free guide, 5 avoidable renovation regrets and what you can do instead. Inside the guide, you'll find specific examples from my own home renovation and lessons learned the hard way, the expensive way, and over tears, headaches, and wasted money. But most importantly, you can learn from these lessons, my experience, and what you can do differently so you can avoid these mistakes. There will be surprises in any renovation, but some of them are avoidable. These ones can be avoided, and you can learn from these mistakes so you can invest your money in the things that matter most to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to @Renovator's Toolkit and hit the like button on the video. I will be back next week to share more bite-sized renovation tips. I look forward to seeing you then.